Well, today I'm coming at you from the empty baptistry in our church sanctuary, which seems a bit unusual, but these are unusual times that we're living in right now. But it reminded me about how when you're baptized, really you're declaring that you are a child of God. You are bearing witness publicly that you have chosen to follow Jesus. And it's kind of like you're drawing a line in the sand moment where everybody gets to celebrate with you who you are, a child of God. And really it got me thinking that as Christians, every day is an opportunity to declare, isn't it? You know, Jesus says to his disciples and us in Acts 1:8 that we will be his witnesses. And then even the Apostle Paul says in 2 Corinthians 5 that we are Christ's ambassadors. And when you think about those two words, witness and ambassador, both of them represent something. Both of them have a message to share. And so my encouragement for us today is to really think about what are the messages that we're declaring? How are we representing Jesus in our culture today? Because right now there's a lot of different messages being thrown out there. Are there not? In our homes, obviously on social media, in our workplaces. And my question for us is, are we a people that are bringing messages of truth and hope and peace and grace in these times that we're living in? I just want to share 3 quick verses with you of examples that you could share. And there's a whole lot more in the Bible that you could be focusing on right now and sharing with other people in these times that we're living in. The first one comes from Psalm 46:1, where it says that God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. So we don't have to fear when the world starts falling apart. The second one comes from Isaiah 26:3, where it says that God will keep us in perfect peace as we trust in him. What a great promise there. And then the last one comes from Lamentations 3. And this is a really interesting chapter because the book of Lamentations is really all about lamenting the times that the writer was living in. And in Lamentations 3, he says, "The thought of my suffering and homelessness is bitter beyond words. I will never forget this awful time as I grieve over my loss. Yet I still dare to hope when I remember this. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance. Therefore I will hope in him." You know, these are messages that our world needs to hear right now. And these days give us as Christians a unique opportunity to declare, to be witnesses to the truth of who God is and the truth of what his word declares about his world. And I just want to encourage you right now to focus on that. We need to be focusing on God's promises. We need to find our hope and our security in him and not in what's going on around us, because obviously things are changing constantly and it's hard to find really solid footing in this world right now apart from God. So I hope that encourages you today. We look forward to the day where we can gather together again and celebrate God and who he is together. Until then, let's be his witnesses, his ambassadors to the world that we're living in right now.